guys, welcome to another episode of Mahjong Talk. I'm your host Peter Vong. If you are new to the channel, consider hitting likes, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can notify my latest videos. Anyway, let's just get started for today's topic. So yeah, big apologies to all my subscribers on YouTube. I haven't been uploading a lot during the beginning of my career break, but I've been basically just been streaming on Twitch a lot. And if you want to catch my Twitch live streams, the link is in the description down below. So anyway, I thought I would just basically get back to making YouTube videos again, just to basically catch up with you guys and to show you guys that you still are appreciated and loved. So let's just get started, shall we? Yeah, so nothing much has been going on. I basically am just, taking care of my dad, helping him out around the house. I'm like, mainly I've been like helping him like cut the lawn and like do the stuff that he can't do as much because, he's getting older, and because he's getting older, he can't move that much. So basically, I've been just tending to his needs and what he needs to get done. And also, I'm sort of like his muscle now, so basically I'm just helping doing household tasks that he can't do anymore. So, it's just basically that. But on the flip side, on stuff that I'm personally doing for myself, I'm trying to focus on studying math and physics a little bit more seriously this time. So I actually started buying courses online, and basically start trying to like do those courses, trying to learn the material and like do like some mini quizzes that they would always put on those courses, or just do some problems to just help myself practice and get myself into actually knowing how to think like a mathematician slash scientist or whatever that is, that sort of thing, just basically for my own personal benefit. And the thing of it is that during my career break, I've been like trying to think about what am I gonna do like afterwards. So I'm probably going to take another year off to basically focus on the stuff that I really am focusing on right now. So since I am like, it took me like a long while to actually kind of like get out of the burnout mode and basically get into like actually being the productive mode. So what do I mean by productive mode? The productive mode is basically helping out my family more, hanging out with my friends more, as well as like, making YouTube videos for you guys, as well as like studying and focusing on the things that I want to do at my own pace. And the thing of it is that I think about it, and like I've also been going to therapy as well, so trying to face all the stuff that I probably haven't faced when I was a child. So all the stuff like trying to gain more confidence, trying to understand myself a little bit better, trying to understand that not everything my friends or like people around me say is going to be signified as law, that sort of thing. And I asked my therapist like if I have made any improvements, because I've been going to therapy for at least 3 months now. So I asked if I was making any improvements, and she basically said, yeah, it seems like you're actually having more volition in your decisions. So you're actually showing that you're actually improving little by little and all that stuff. And like maybe I'll be able to have the confidence to talk to a lovely lady one day. One step at a time, right? One step at a time. And the thing of it is that like the reason why I'm doing like my career breaks, I say breaks in plural because I'm planning to do another one next year, is that mainly like the first part of my career break though this year was mainly built upon me trying to get out of the burnout mode and trying to find myself and trying to reconnect with myself. The second part will be me trying to build something, like actually try to build something. I don't know what that is, but at the same time it's going to be something, whether it be more towards like content creation for you guys, or whether it be more around the lines of something more probably focused on like internet creation, like content creation for like like a website or something like that. I don't know. The sky's the limit, and I'm pretty sure I will figure it out. A lot of people will be like, oh, you gotta hustle, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. But when I talk to my therapist about this, she basically recommends, it's like, yeah, it seems like you put a lot of pressure on yourself based upon what everybody thinks that you should be doing. And what I notice is that like the reason why I created this community for you guys is basically so you guys won't feel that angst. won't feel that sense of urgency that a lot of people try to put upon you, because either they haven't faced their own sense of dealing with urgency themselves, or their own sense of feeling like, oh, the world is going forward while I'm being stuck behind because it's something that I'm doing or not doing. In that sense, like, you're missing out on something. And the thing of it is that we all don't want to miss out on things. And in my personal opinion, I don't think we're missing out on anything. It's just that when people will have those moments of um like upliftedness or success. I don't want to use the word success because, like, we associate success with the result. And I think mainly the stuff that we want to look forward to is the stuff that makes our life elevated, such as, you meet that one person that makes you feel romantically accepted, or you get that job that you've always wanted because you knew it's going to boost your interest. It's going to boost your interest to the highest of level, to the professional level, so you can actually do what you love as a living. And the thing of it is that, like, all of us will grow and all of us will change and all of us will have a different perspective on different things. But the one thing that I know that a lot of people are struggling with is, like, they feel like they're being left behind based on a criteria that is only in their own head. It's not really within, like, society in that sense. But at the same time, society is not guiltless in this. Is not I don't want to say guiltless, because obviously society doesn't feel guilt, but I am not taking I am not basically taking society totally out of the equation here. What I mean is that society shapes our expectations, and I think these expectations have been misconstrued by other people's viewpoints, and these viewpoints continue to conflict with one another, especially when it comes to what our natural bodies want to do. Some people want to rest, but they feel as if everyone is telling them, no, if you rest, then you're going to miss out on the riches of life, or you're going to miss out on things that quote unquote will benefit your life, such as getting married, having kids, or having that big paycheck in your bank account to basically say, hey, I'm doing my best to actually show that I am a successful human being that's not lazy within the confines of a social construct. And some people can live in a world like that and some people can't. I'm not downing people that love 9 to 5s, or I am not basically saying that that's a wrong way to live. What I'm saying is that that's not for everybody, and a lot of people, especially during the pandemic, a lot of people have been feeling like that's the case, and that's why many people have been quitting their jobs a lot, is because they're like, there's more to life than just simply just working for a paycheck. And the thing of it is that what is it that I need to do to earn my share, but by doing something that doesn't feel like it depreciates my soul? And I think, and I'm not saying that 9 to 5 jobs do that, but I do feel as if everyone that basically has left a 9 to 5 because something in their body and their mind is telling them that this is something not good for them, it says something. And since there's like a large majority of people doing that, especially during these times, some people would equate it to laziness, but I would equate it as something that the body has acknowledged that it's something that has to be done. It's just like when you eat a lot of sugar and you realize that you're not being as mobile as you once was, or you realize that you feel as if you're losing your strength more often. The body has a way of telling you, it's like, hey, stop eating sugar, or hey, like, it's time to get moving. And that's hard to do because we as people are so used to doing things that are comfortable for us. At the same time, we have to adjust to certain aspects to understand ourselves better in our own bodies as well as in our own worlds. And the thing about self-care is that it usually starts from within, and actually working from within and goes out. Of course, like the thing of it is that there are things that we can do from the outside to actually help us out, such as like, cleaning our rooms, or, like adjusting our workspace so it actually works out better for us. But that's really hard to do sometimes. I know for me, like my room is like basically filled with so many books, and I haven't fully organized it. So I'm still a work in progress as well. So, like I am not someone who's basically fully established in that. And also I'm still going to therapy, so it's also I'm also working on myself from like the inner child, as well as within my mind, as well as my view on the universe. And a lot of people's advice, a lot of people, like a lot of my best friends give me advice, and some of my best friends, they have advice that seems like that goes against what I usually, my natural philosophy. And sometimes I worry that I don't listen to them as much, so sometimes I try to go at 110%. But at the same time, when I discuss it with my therapist, it seems as if like you're trying to do something based on someone else's expectations rather than your own. And I also have to keep that in mind as well, which is really hard to do, because you feel as if you're kind of like not learning from the people around you, but at the same time, is the people around you learning from you based on what you've told them, or based on what you view on life is. And I have a lot of friends that are like no nonsense type of people. They basically are like, no, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to follow this, you got to follow this rule, you got to follow this parameter. It's a hard way to live, and for me, I can't live that way, because I love I love a life where I am given the freedom to actually look at things from the bigger perspective, and actually try to take everything in and try to understand exactly how things work. It's just like approaching like a complicated problem. And the thing of it is that a lot of people have a lot of complicated problems. And it's not just like things like, like it doesn't have to be science related or technologically, like a technological conundrum. It's mainly revolving around their own lives and their own needs and desires, or differentiating between the two, and also uniting the two as well, because we look at desires as things that we kind of try to avoid, because it feels as if they're temporarily gonna take us away from the success that we think that we inherently deserve. But at the end of the day, life is filled with these awesome nuggets that you basically have to cherish. And the thing of it is that some people believe that you have to save money for the long run in order to enjoy a very long, blissful retirement when you get old and you can't move anymore. Some people believe that you have to spend as much money as you can to basically enjoy your life to the fullest and leave nothing for your heirs. Because at the end of the day, like people will make their own money and make their own decisions, and they will also be able to live life in their own particular way. So even if you give your children, like your descendants, like the money that you've earned over the years, will they take care of it in the way that you would have taken care of it? And even if you didn't, will you have the assurance that they will take care of themselves in a way that is great for them, and for them to be happy and successful in their own right? So the thing of it is that like everyone has different philosophies in life, and that's what I've come to realize. And now during my career breaks, I really want to find the philosophy within my life as well. And not many people will agree with me, and some people will agree with me, and some people won't. And that's fine, because that's what it means to live the fullness of life. And that's also needed to be kind to yourself as well. Because to be kind to yourself, there will be times when you make people unhappy based on your decisions. And as long as your decisions don't hurt or harm people around you, and they're based on what your body needs, or what your mind needs, or what your spirit needs, I believe it's fine. The thing of it is that as long as it doesn't violate the law or harm anybody, I think it should be okay. And a lot of people make a lot of big deals about like what paths they take in life. In fact, like one of my best friends, like sometimes he doesn't agree with my decision of going on a career break because he feels as if all money is everything. Well, it's not like for him, like that's the wrong way to quote it. Like it's not like to him money is everything, but there's this sense of power that money has on us that we feel as if we're kind of like we're beholden to actually live up to an expectation of earning the dollar based on our social needs. And also everyone has different relationships with money as well. My relationship with money has been kind of like um it's not a harsh one, but at the same time I acknowledge it's there, but it's not like a desperation for it. And I grew up with a lot of people that were desperate for, you know, for money. Like not like desperate as they were begging for it, but at the same time they were like in situations where they really needed it and they weren't given the chance to actually have the said money to, you know, pay their bills or pay for food or like get the stuff that they really necessarily needed. So a lot of things really drive a person. And the thing of it is that mental health has also become a big issue for like a lot of people because they feel as if like that they have to work hard going past the mental wounds that they have inside. And the thing of it is that no one should live a life like that, in my personal opinion. But some people, they're like, oh, I will ignore it because I will work hard to get the bucks. I will work hard to actually create this so-called successful life that I think everybody will know is good for them. But at the same time, like everybody has different viewpoints on what is good for an individual. And it also changes with time too. Because the thing of it is that there are times when I fear that, like, say, if I were to get older, I would fear that, like, oh, if I was younger, like, I regret not, I regret, like, not putting myself out there as much. I will regret, like, you know, not trying for that office job or something like that. And that could be a possibility. But at the same time, like, from when I look based on research and data, have people basically like throwing their hands up in the air and regretted saying like, oh, I regretted like not working harder at my job to earn that extra dollar? And a majority of people say no. More like from based on my experience and what I've researched, a majority of people would have said no. They don't regret ever working overtime to get the extra dollar. The only thing they regret is basically not spending enough time with their loved ones, not being able to do stuff that they knew they could have done when they were younger. Mainly, these are human things. These are human needs. And also the body tells you that as well. So, mainly what I've been doing is just trying to find that spiritual connectedness within myself, as well as with myself, my place in the world. And it's never easy because you feel as if a lot of forces are pulling on you. And since I am into physics, I've studied a little bit about what forces are. A little bit. I'm not an expert, but I did study a little bit about what forces do. And the thing of it is that it's this big push and pull type of dynamic. And the thing of it is that what is this dynamic trying to tell me as a living being on Earth in this universe right now? And I still don't know yet. And I think that's a human thing. It's basically we're trying to find exactly what is it that we need to connect with in this life and in this universe and in this time. And there are also people that overshadow their problems with something else. So say if a person really wants to be in a romantic relationship, but they feel as if they don't have enough money or enough drip, enough drip to basically say, I have enough to basically say I can go over to a man or a woman and basically say, I have enough to basically say I can date you now. They work all their lives and they realize that they haven't done anything to improve their social skills or their ability to just walk up to the person that they fancy, and they basically say that first hello. I'm also guilty of that as well. And I think the most important thing is to understand that we have to deal with these problems head on. I think mainly human problems are the things that we have to face head on. I believe money will come and go because there will always be opportunities to make money. Whether the opportunity of making money is minimal or above the maximum of what you're thinking is up for debate. And you will find those opportunities to make more money. I do believe that the abundance of opportunities of making money is not as stagnant as many people think. Will it be like the thing that you really, really want to do? Probably not, but at the same time, if it's something that you can handle, and if it's the stress, and if the stresses don't stress you out to the point where you feel like you're pulling hair out of your head, I believe that that is probably the good balance. Ooh, yes. I think we got a Pinfu. Yeah, we got a Pinfu. Nice. Yeah, I was in 3rd place and I managed to get up to 2nd. That's not bad. Not bad at all. And finding that balance in life is always going to be the most difficult thing. And the thing of it is that people have different definitions of what it means to be balanced. I believe, in my personal belief, I believe being balanced is just you just constantly feeling like you can go for the next best thing. Like, say if you achieve a certain result and you are like, okay, I'm comfortable here right now, but at the same time, I feel like I have to strive for something greater than that. We always keep moving the goalpost, and there's a difficulty in determining whether we want to move it up or whether we should just put a hold on it and basically say like, I'm good where I am right now. Like, I don't have to do that much right now, And that's a really hard decision to make because a lot of people, especially when we get older, we want to do that. We basically want to say like, okay, I'm good. I might as well just go with the flow and just like do what I usually do and just stay comfortable here. And that helps out people like within like a certain time. And I think this is what I'm getting at, is that life is not really it's not really like a backdrop. It's always going to be this roller coaster where you feel as if, do you want to remain on the roller coaster forever? Probably not, because you're going to get sick. But do you want to remain on the ground where you're just watching everybody go on the roller coaster and just like having fun and like, screaming their lungs out on how fun it is to go down the ramp? I mean, down the big drop. And the answer is also no. So I think the thing is that there are times when you want to get on the roller coaster, and there are times when you just want to just stay out of the line and just basically sit on the bench and just look out at the park and see everyone else have fun, because you know that you will be able to have fun once you have the energy to go back and do it again. And I think that's the thing. We just have to learn how to stop, pause, and also learn when to go and go forward. And I think this is the reason why a lot of people love to get into hustle cultures, because they feel as if they have to constantly be on this busy type of mode. But in actuality, are they actually being busy for the sake of being productive, or are they being busy because they don't want to be in a state where they have to be in their inner thoughts, when they have to actually fixate on exactly what is it that drives their brain? And that's a question that I don't think anyone can answer. It's a really hard question, because the thing of it is that I love sitting alone and thinking about stuff that is deep within the confines of my mind. But a lot of people, I'm so surprised that a lot of people don't like doing that, because they're just so afraid of what they're going to feel or what they're going to see or what they're going to experience, because it's terrifying. Because if they have stuff that they haven't dealt with yet, why is it that they need to face it when they could be doing something else? This is the reason why people are always on their smartphones all the time, because they don't want to think about the stuff that probably is kind of like painful to experience, such as like, trauma or other types of dynamics that probably affected them in their life. So, all in all, guys, my main conclusion is I think we all can benefit from just basically just knowing when to pause and knowing when to move forward and get on the roller coaster. I think that's basically what we need to do as human beings, in my personal opinion. I mean, that's what I've learned for myself, and I will try to apply that to myself in my life as well. So, know when to pause, get out of the queue, and basically sit on the bench, and then know when to get on the line and go on the roller coaster and be ready to scream when the drop happens, in the most exciting of ways. In the most exciting of ways. So you have fun. You have fun on the journey. And also having fun on the journey is the main important thing. So we managed to get first place. I'm happy about that. Not bad for like the second video. Oh, and there's also an event. I think this is a video or something, but I'm not gonna click it. Anyway, let me just go to my just chatting screen. Okay. Okay, guys. I hope you liked what you saw. If you liked what you saw, consider hitting a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of my latest videos. And if you want to follow me on social media, all the links will be down in the description below. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to catch my Twitch live streams, the schedule will be down below, but also I will post it, I believe, this way. This way. It will be posted right here over here. So I stream from Monday and Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as Saturdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, if you also want to join our Discord server, the link will also be in the description down below as well. And that's about it. So it was actually great getting back into the YouTube video making mood. I felt more energetic this time, actually. So yeah, so always remember, guys, everyone is precious. You guys are just as precious as everyone else. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-byes.